We've got some major Nintendo news to talk about that confirms Nintendo Directs are back. Nintendo Direct, the words every Nintendo fan loves to hear, with every fan eager to know all of the news and information around games set to be released this year. The hype has been at an all-time high, as literally everybody is anticipating and waiting to hear when the next Direct will happen. It has been nearly a year since we've had an official Nintendo Direct, and Nintendo has pretty much been silent on most of their official announcements. The biggest one that they've recently done was their official announcement about Super Nintendo World back in December of 2020. That was when Shigeru Miyamoto gave us a look at Universal Studios Super Nintendo World in Japan. But January 2021 has left everybody wondering when the next full Direct will be announced. With Nintendo's fiscal year ended in March, you would think that the next Direct would be right around the corner, not to mention all of the anniversaries that are coming out. As we know, 2021 is the year of anniversaries for Nintendo, with Metroid and Zelda celebrating their 35th anniversaries, and Pokemon is celebrating its 25th anniversary, where fans have speculated and some leaks have happened that Diamond and Pearl remakes will be announced. With all of that stuff happening in February, you would think that the next Direct would be this month. As of today, we only have 3 major titles set to be released in the coming months: Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, Bravely Default 2, and the new Pokemon Snap game, all having a release date alongside a list of third-party titles and rumored Super Switch. Metroid Prime 4 and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 not having a release date yet has made everyone even more interested when the next General Direct will be, as both of these major titles are hitting their 35th anniversary and everyone is expecting something from both of these games. Super Mario got their own Direct for the 35th anniversary with titles set to be released this month. If what they did for Mario is any example of what we will be getting in the future, we should be expecting something for Metroid Prime 4 and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, but only time will tell. My hope is that we get The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2 released this year, with Metroid Prime 4 being released at the latest holiday season 2022. That might be wishful thinking, but at the bare minimum, let's just hope we get some more information soon. Whether it's a small teaser or even a full trailer, something's gotta give. But with that being said, our prayers might have just been answered to when the next General Direct will happen. Nintendo has a new job listing for an associate audio video producer, requiring all applicants to assist with filming live action footage for use in Nintendo Directs and other marketing initiatives. So there you have it, guys. Nintendo Directs aren't dead after all, which is pretty good news, but this could also hint towards the next full Direct, as it's been over 500 days since we've had one. In the last Nintendo Direct back in 2019, we got a bunch of new titles, including Overwatch, Super Kirby Clash, Rogue Company, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, The Witcher 3 The Wild Hunt Complete Edition, and Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection. With titles as big as the ones listed, you know Nintendo has to bring their A game for their next Direct. They gotta bring the fire, dude. Like, it's been so long since we've had a previous Direct. If they do a new one, they have to make sure that they've got the content to at least one up the previous one. The last time Nintendo publicly made a statement about Nintendo Directs, Shuntaro Furukawa said, "Nintendo Direct is incredibly effective, but as things change, so will Nintendo, and how they deliver information to their fans. He knows that they won't be around forever, but he hints towards a new, proper way of presenting their content to the world, expressing that shorter videos focusing on one game get more attention and help promote the game more. But we all know the long presentations build up hype, having us all wonder what the next game will be, if it's a certain game getting a spotlight. The mystery always adds to the excitement when watching a long presentation like a Nintendo Direct. Now granted, there are some aspects that are pretty boring, but it almost makes the excitement even better whenever something big gets announced. Now with everybody working from home, Direct presentations like the Nintendo Direct is much harder to put these things together. But to be completely honest, I'd be perfectly fine with him doing shorter form presentations and trailers as long as the content that we get in the Direct is actually entertaining. So yeah, it is looking like we will be getting shorter form presentations going forward, but one thing that we can all hope for is the Direct will return sometime soon. Now, whether or not when that will happen is the big question. In my opinion, I think it would make sense for them to do some sort of presentation this month. Obviously, Pokemon likes to go extravagant with their announcements, so it might be in February we just get a Pokemon Nintendo Direct, and then in March we get something bigger for Monster Hunter Rise, and then for June, around the normal time of E3, I think that's when we should expect the next big General Direct. It'll likely have no association with E3, as E3 is still currently up in the air due to the global situation, but one thing is for certain, Nintendo has a lot of stuff that they're going to be releasing this year. In my opinion, I think 2021 is going to be a massive year for Nintendo, especially with the impending new Switch Pro, as well as Breath of the Wild 2. You would think that Breath of the Wild Wild 2 would be on the polished stage of the development, so they can announce it and release it pretty much at any time. Now, the main reason I say that is because Breath of the Wild 2 is utilizing the same Hyrule map as from Breath of the Wild 1, so they pretty much have all of the heavy lifting done. I would imagine that they're going to be adding to a lot of the stuff and restoring different areas, but it should be near completion. But I think the next Direct, whenever we do get it, is going to be third-party focused. Nintendo has always struggled with their third-party games, but with the Switch being more popular among developers, I think this next Direct could usher in a huge lineup of third-party games that we've never seen on a Nintendo system before. The part of this new job listing that excites me the most is the fact that we know that Nintendo Directs are no longer dead. I knew that they would still do announcements of some sorts, obviously that's what they have to do, but this kind of confirms that the Nintendo Direct that we've always loved is not done just yet. Thank you all once again for watching. This has been Wes, and I will talk to you on the next video.